Phoenix Home Care and Hospice. I choose Phoenix.
Hello and welcome to Why It Matters, a little magazine program that we offer from Phoenix Home Care and Hospice. In Why It Matters, we share all of those little tips and techniques we can think of that help make life better and help enrich those moments that life gives us. I'm very excited today that my guest is Marcy Bowling. She is the founder of Watching Over Whiskers. I'm pretty psyched to talk to her today. Marcy, tell me, Watching Over Whiskers, besides being an amazing name, what is that?
Well, it's a wonderful group that we founded about 2.5 years ago to assist, just what you think, Whiskers, felines in our community here in Southwest Missouri. We started it out because there just wasn't enough help for felines in our market, and so it's a three-pronged approach that we have. We help fund TNR for the feral cats in our community to stop the overpopulation. We have an emergency application for owned felines for when folks run into emergencies and need some help with additional vetting.
Okay.
And then we also vet and place, routine vetting to place home felines in forever homes.
Sure. So that's awesome. So cats, really focusing on cats. There are several organizations that focus on dogs.
Correct.
But you specifically focus on cats. That's kind of rare, isn't it?
It is, yes. There's 2 groups in our area now that do that, which is amazing because we kind of have a problem here in Southwest Missouri with felines in need, really.
Yeah. All right, so talk to me about that need. I know that nationally strays are a huge issue, but it's also really, really prominent in our part of the world. Give me some stats, give me some figures that show us how serious this is.
Sure. Well, nationally the ASPCA talks about they can only track things that go into shelters, which is not obviously what we are since we're foster home based. But nationally they said last year 6.5 million cats and dogs went into shelters and 3.2 got homes. So nationally, you can see we sort of have a problem, nationally.
We have a problem.
You dial that down, to here, and here, I was looking at the stats from our local groups that help both cats and dogs in foster home environments, and it looks like within a year, we collectively assist about 5,500 to 6,000.
Wow.
Just the foster home programs that are offered locally.
So I know that most of our viewers would understand what the Humane Society is. How is fostering different? What is the foster program? What's it look like?
Sure. Well, for us, a lot of times it's moms and babies. That's sort of what we specialize in because they can't go into a shelter environment. They have no immune system. And so the little tiny babies that you see or you hear about that are abandoned that are a week or 3 weeks by the side of the road, the mom's hit, or they find an emaciated mom with some kittens because she chose their bush to have the babies in and they have no idea what to do and they panic and they call. So for us, that's mainly a lot of what we do is those and then the injured ones that we put into our foster homes that are kind of critical care that need that TLC that you just don't get any other way.
Sure.
And so for us, we supply the playpens, the kennels, the litter boxes, the toys, food as much as we can, litter, bottles, formula. And we teach people how to bottle feed, how to work with, how to be there for them, the moms when they give birth. If we take in some in late stage pregnancy, we sort of, teach that and are with them to sort of help through that process. It's a very rewarding process to foster.
So I could take in 3 or 4 kittens, bottle feed them to the point of when they're ready to wean.
Yep.
And then I give them back to you?
We have some fosters who like to keep them all the way through adoption. Through their forever home placement's what we like to call it. We have some who want to bottle feed and that's all they kind of want to do and they don't mind hearkening back to the days of having a baby where they get up and feed every 2 to 4 hours as they wean. For some of us that's really exhausting to do, and go to work, but sometimes we get really lucky and find these great retirees that love to do that and that's very important for us because we do find a lot of orphans every year. So some people want to be there from beginning to end. Others want to be there in that critical stage, at the beginning of their life and help us with that. And that's a huge need for both kittens and puppies in our market. Yeah.
And then if I happen to fall in love and I just can't let them go,
that's right.
There is an adoption option.
There is an adoption option. And we do have some who fall madly in love and who just can't turn them loose.
Nurtured that little guy.
It's really hard. One of the things I do coach our fosters on because we hear all the time people saying, oh, I could never foster because I just can't turn them loose.
Sure.
And I said, I personally have now fostered over 400.
Wow.
And I only own 4 cats, and that are my personal babies. And I say, each one that you can put in its own forever loving home opens up a spot for you to help another one. you know, our jobs as fosters is to fill them with all that love,
Yeah.
to help them grow and flourish, and to just get them healthy and well and socialized, and to have all that love to give a family. That's our job. And so
You're just carrying them for a little while on
you
that
are,
journey.
and you're always going to be their first mom or dad.
Yeah.
And that's important, but that's, you fill them up. You fill them up to send them on to somebody else.
To do what they're supposed to do
Nobody
with the
needs
family.
30. Yeah, nobody needs to have double digits, you know.
Right.
Nobody can care for them or financially afford them. So it's nice if you can sort of have
Play
that
that
moment
role.
and play that role, and it's a huge need in our area.
So you've sold me, I want to do this, what do I do? How do I reach out to you?
Sure. You can give us a call, you can email us, you can send us a message on Facebook. We have 2 meet and greet events every month at 2 different pet stores here in town that are great partners for us. And so
Great.
sometimes people show up out there, get an application. We do a home visit. We call your vet references. We do ask that all of your pets be current and spayed and neutered and vaccinated and all of those good things, and
Sure.
tested and healthy, because we want everybody on the same playing field as, you know, as they're in your home and,
Sure.
and working with you. And we kind of set you up and then start to see
There we
who
go.
you want to help and get you started. And so it's, yeah, we appreciate it very much. It's just a big need.
Awesome. Well, Marcy, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today
you so
on
much
Why It
for
Matters.
having me. We appreciate
We're
it a lot.
honored to have you. And thank you for joining us for Why It Matters.
Phoenix Home Care and Hospice. I choose Phoenix.